Oh.
I don't know if anybody can hear us yet. Hello.
Okay, it's only you on Instagram.
This is unfortunate. Oh, Noelle can hear us. We're having a bit of issues with our Instagram. It seems we weren't prepared for it to be like portrait, not landscape, and we can't turn it. So I think I'm the only one that's showing up in the Instagram video. So if anybody is watching through Instagram, you might want to pop over to either our YouTube, our Twitch, or our Facebook page. We are live on those three as well.
Anything but Instagram.
Yeah, our Instagram is just not happy with us. How's it looking now? Is it still?
I can't even find it now.
No. Just give us a minute while we see how it looks. Is anybody on Instagram currently? It's not even showing up under our watchers.
Maybe not.
Nope. I think I can see it from this site though. Oh, Ilsa said it's working for her on Instagram, but the chat isn't showing up over. It's only working on Instagram. Oh. It's unfortunate.
Hi, Haley.
So those of you that are watching on Instagram, is it only me or do you also see Rebecca? It's really like there's a lot of a connection issue.
And okay. Can you see the full thing?
Okay, I gotta see what's going on with the...
Oh, yeah, Ange can only see you.
Oh. Okay, so Twitch is okay. And Facebook is okay. But Instagram and YouTube. This is, for those of you that are not aware, it's our first time going live, and we're using a very confusing program.
Yeah, so obviously Facebook is...
Yeah, I think Facebook is going to be our future. Well, I think I will take... I'll close out of YouTube for now since that one's not working. Mother can't see us on Facebook. Let me see.
Some technical difficulties.
Yeah. This is going to come with doing new things. But I don't know how to see it. Can you bring it up on our page? Oh yeah, live. Okay. It is working on Facebook, so I don't know.
I guess we're in Insta's just portrait.
Yeah, so can you come over this way maybe? Can we try that? I don't think it's gonna work.
No.
I'm so sorry, Instagram. You might want to pop over to our Facebook or our Twitch. If you still can't see us on Facebook, go back to our profile and click on the live red circle that's around our portrait, because you might be trying to see that first test video. I don't like how there's people joining in on Instagram because it's just me on the screen. You're going to see how much I talk with my hands. I'm going to try keeping my hands down. Twitch seems to be the best option. I think between Twitch and Facebook, that's going to be the future live. Yeah, it's really behind. I can see myself on the Instagram one, and it is about like a minute behind. That's unfortunate.
Should we take it down off of YouTube or Instagram?
Yeah. Maybe not yet. I don't know if... Okay, we're going to take it off of Instagram, and we'll just have to put up a story maybe if you want to try doing that, just to let people know to go to Twitch or Facebook. We're going to have a separate thing for Instagram, I think. Oh, yeah. So it's set up landscape, not portrait. So if you just turn your phone or your tablet or whatever you're on, you should be able to see more. Yay! We do have one viewer on YouTube, so it's working for somebody. Once we get that posted on Instagram, we'll start. Oh, wow, you're so fast.
I just did a black screen.
Okay. All right. Well, let's close out of this guy, and we'll... Welcome to our Instagram non-live.
10 minutes later.
So this, we basically just wanted to record our 7th episode of season 2, and sort of do it a little bit different, bring the community in just a bit, and I don't know, give you guys a behind-the-scenes look at how much we actually edit out of an episode. Because there's a lot.
Yep.
A lot of laughing at stupid things, a lot of having to Google pronunciations.
Mm-hmm.
So
a lot of things that we probably shouldn't be saying.
Yeah, we don't really have a
filter.
Oh, that's Mom on YouTube.
Thanks, Mom.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna start?
We can start, yes. Considering we're 10 minutes into the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So, I guess we don't really have a schedule for our mid-month episode, and if you're familiar at all with our episodes, we sort of just... whatever we're most excited to talk about just sort of comes out first.
Whatever is bursting at the seams.
But I think we're going to go with our anticipated releases of...
Oh, there's so many good ones.
Of April. Oh my god. Yeah. We're in April already.
Crazy.
Yeah. Do you want to start?
Sure.
Oh.
So our first highly anticipated release is... Funny Story from Emily Henry. This is coming out April 23rd, 395 pages, and it's a contemporary romance. Let's see.
All of Emily Henry's books are so good. Like, book lovers.
I still haven't read that yet.
Oh my god. Okay.
I know.
Anyways, she's really good. You should read more of her.
I know. Did she write Beach House?
Happy Place?
Happy Place. That's the second time I've called it Beach House. I don't know why. Because they're in a beach house, I guess.
I guess, yeah. Oh, I can't wait either.
Anyway, okay. Daphne always loved the way her fiancé Peter told their story. How they met on a blistery day, fell in love over an errant hat, and moved back to his lakeside hometown to begin their life together. He really was good at telling it. right up until the moment he realized he was actually in love with his childhood best friend, Petra. Oh dear. Which is how Daphne begins her new story. Stranded in beautiful Waning Bay, Michigan.
Okay.
I'm looking at the. Okay, now I understand why you said to put it in brackets. Okay, Waning Bay, Michigan, without friends or family, but with a dream job as a children's librarian that barely pays the bills, and proposing to be roommates with the only person who could possibly understand her predicament, Petra's ex, Miles Nowak. Scruffy and chaotic, with a penchant for taking solace in the sounds of heartbreak love ballads, Miles is exactly the opposite of practical, buttoned up Daphne, whose co-workers know so little about her they have a running bet that she's either FBI or in witness protection. The roommates mainly avoid one another until one day, while drowning their sorrows, they form a tenuous friendship and a plan. If said plan also involves posting deliberately misleading photos of their summer adventures together, well, who could blame them? But it's all just for show, of course, because there's no way Daphne would actually start her new chapter by falling in love with her ex-fiance's new fiance's ex, right?
So,
obviously that's gonna happen.
honestly, when I sort of skimmed that description. Like, I really didn't read all of it, so this is why I came to this conclusion. But I thought that it said that he had left her for his childhood friend Peter. And then I was like,
Interesting.
yeah, that was so. It didn't really make much sense to me, the rest of the description, because I was stuck on that.
Yeah.
But okay, that makes more sense
Petra.
now. Yes, Petra,
Petra.
not Peter.
It's a female.
Yeah.
I love her covers.
I know. I'm almost to the point, and I don't know if anybody else agrees with me, but that the cartoon covers for romance books are starting to get a little overdone.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to get canceled for saying that or not, but I don't know. I feel like there's so many now, but I still love her covers. Her covers are always so, like, bright and vibrant and just eye-grabbing.
Yeah, they are, though.
Yeah, I can't wait to read it.
Funny story.
Funny story. Okay, next we have Bridesmaid for Hire by Megan Quinn. I really like Megan Quinn. There's one that I read that I didn't really like quite so much, but that was because there was a lot of miscommunication.
Of course.
And I'm pretty sure I say at least once every episode how much I loathe miscommunication trope.
Yeah.
So, let's see how this one goes. This one has 448 pages, and it was released on April 2nd. Contemporary romance. Sometimes the wedding of the century calls for desperate measures, and sometimes those desperate measures are to pretend the person you hate most is actually your boyfriend. So, gag. So I can already smell the miscommunication just wafting off of this one.
Yeah.
After years of working her tail off at her event planning business, Maggie Mitchell is ready for a vacation. With nothing on her mind but R&R, she's enjoying the warm weather of Bora Bora when in saunters Brody McFadden, her brother's best friend and also her sworn enemy. Okay, we like brother's best friend trope. Okay. Thanks to years of tension between the two, kicked off by a makeout session at her brother's wedding that ended horribly, Maggie has sworn to stay away from the man. That is, until she finds out he's in Bora Bora for his boss's daughter's wedding, hoping to use the trip to win a real future at the company. Maggie promised herself she wouldn't even think of work on the island, but as word spreads about the wedding of the century taking place in the midst of her vacation, she realizes offering her services as a bridesmaid and planner could bring her business to the next level. The only catch, she needs to pose as Brody's girlfriend to get the job, while letting him stay in her peaceful bungalow. Forced proximity, possibly one bed trope. Tensions rise, irritation flares, and despite years' worth of bickering behind closed doors, Maggie can't quite squash the sparks building between her and her new fake boyfriend, especially when she learns the real reason their first kiss was cut short. But as the wedding day draws closer and everything starts to go wrong, it just might be Brody who sends Maggie's business crashing down and her heart along with it. Okay.
Like, even if there's the miscommunication. We have the other tropes.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think it's going to be quite so bad.
Doesn't sound like it.
No.
It's reminded me a lot of, like when I read the synopsis. I read it over Christmas.
You read the book over Christmas?
Yep. When they were in the cabin.
Oh.
And she has a dog.
Yeah, I couldn't get past the fact that she lost her boot out in the snow.
Yes, that one.
Oh, dang. Yeah, I can't remember. But
where is it?
Did I even finish that? I don't remember if I finished it.
Oh, that would be 2023.
It would
What
be.
was that? Hold on. That's going to drive me insane now. If you give a grump a holiday... No,
that was the...
Christmas Cupid by...
Yes.
Ilse... Is that I
don't know.
Elsa Madden Mills? Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't get past the fact that she lost her boot out in the snow and, like, didn't realize it. Just, no. Wasn't for me.
Oh, God. Stupid. Okay. This next book.
Do you have it?
I brought it. We have it right here.
Oh, amazing.
It's so pretty.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god.
I've seen so many people read and rate that really high.
I'm obsessed with that cover.
We just got a big warning about Instagram. Oh, can we call in, like, open line?
No, Dad.
No.
Okay. The next one is Just for the Summer by Abby. I did not look up the pronunciation for this. Jimenez. Okay.
We're so bad.
Yep. This came out April 2nd. It has 432 pages. Again, contemporary romance.
Mm-hmm. I'm sensing a theme.
Yep. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Justin has a curse, and thanks to a Reddit thread, it's now all over the internet. Every woman he dates goes on to find their soulmate the second they break up. When a woman slides into his DMs with the same problem, they come up with a plan. They'll date each other and break up. Their curses will cancel each other's out, and they'll both go on to find the love of their lives. It's a bonkers idea, and it just might work. Emma hadn't planned that her next assignment as a traveling nurse would be in Minnesota, but she and her best friend agree that dating Justin is too good of an opportunity to pass up, especially when they get to rent an adorable cottage on a private island on Lake Minnetonka. Minnetonka.
Here we go.
Yes. It's supposed to be a quick fling just for the summer, but when Emma's toxic mother shows up and Justin has to assume guardianship of his 3 siblings, they're suddenly navigating a lot more than they expected, including catching real feelings for each other. What if this time fate has actually brought the perfect pair together?
Oh, see, then it goes on here. Or will their cure be way more hazardous than the curse itself?
Goodreads left that in.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so excited for that one. That just feels like it's going to be such a good summer read. See,
By the way, Ilsa, I've chosen my book for our book.
The Sisterhood of the Traveling Book?
Yeah, that's what I just tried to come up with, but I was like, pants. Why is pants in there? I can't get past the pants.
Oh, it's going to be so good.
Oh, and like, she's cute.
Yeah.
She's so cute.
I like the colors. I like it better in person than it is on Goodreads. Like, the Goodreads picture is so bright and vibrant, and this is more of like a, I don't know, like, it's still bright and vibrant, yes, but it's a little bit more of like a faded look.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so much more eye-catching. So pretty.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
I found this one interesting.
Yeah, but I need help because I'm dumb, I guess. Is it Leah? Lee Bardugo or Bardugo?
Lee Bird.
Lay?
Bird.
Somebody help.
Things like this is what we edit out.
Yeah.
Our episode.
We'll have like 10 minutes of quiet because we're Googling stuff a little bit.
And then Google will just come in.
Yeah, the pronunciation of it, yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, so this is The Familiar, and it's released April 9th, 387 pages, and it's a historical fiction. In a shabby house on a shabby street in the new capital of Madrid, uses scraps of magic to get through her day. Who? Oh, I just skipped over everything. I always said Lee Bard. What?
Bordeaux.
I don't know.
Bordeaux.
I'll Google it later. Okay.
Yeah, that's her name, Luzia.
Luzia?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, Luzia uses scraps of magic to get through her days of endless toil as a scullion. But when her scheming mistress discovers the lump of a servant cowering in the kitchen is actually hiding a talent for little miracles, she demands Luzia use those gifts to better the family's social position. What begins as simple amusement for the bored nobility takes a perilous turn when Luzia garners the notice of Antonio, the disgraced secretary to Spain's king. Still reeling from the defeat of his armada, the king is desperate for any advantage in the war against England's heretic queen, and Antonio will stop at nothing to regain the king's favor. Determined to seize this one chance to better her fortune, Luzia plunges into a world of seers and alchemists, holy men and hucksters, where the line between magic, science, and fraud is never certain. But as her notoriety grows, so does the danger. Don't make fun of me.
Sorry.
But as her notoriety, see, live is such a bad idea. I like the sound. Oh, yeah, if I can get through the description. Okay, seriously. But as her notoriety grows, so does the danger of her Jewish blood will doom her to the Inquisition's wrath. She will have to use every bit of her wit and will to survive, even if that means enlisting the help of Gian, an embittered, immortal familiar whose own secrets could prove deadly for them both. Oh. Come on. We're already getting spam from Twitch.
Anyway,
Moving on. Okay, so that... I do like her. So I think that... I think I would read it.
Yeah, I don't think it's up my alley.
No?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But I have been saying this whole year that I've wanted to venture out into historical fiction, but...
This one seems like it would be kind of a little more difficult to read than what we're used to with our...
I struggled enough reading the synopsis.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you got this one.
Listen, I read for enjoyment, not to like get smarter or anything. So just one neither there.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Next is A Sweet Sting of Salt by Rose Sutherland. This came out April 9th, has 352 pages. This one sounds... What? This one sounds interesting though because it has so many different genres. So it has fantasy, historical fiction, LGBT, and retellings.
Oh.
But I haven't heard of this retelling yet.
Okay.
So I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's me being sheltered or if it's just not. Anyway.
We basically live under a rock.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. Once a young woman uncovers a dark secret about her neighbor and his mysterious new wife, she'll have to fight to keep herself and the woman she loves safe in this stunning, queer reimagining of the classic folktale, The Selkie Wife.
No, I don't know it.
No? The Selkie Wife. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so synopsis. When a sharp cry wakes Jean in the middle of the night during a terrible tempest, she's convinced it might have been a dream, but when the cry comes again, Jean ventures outside and is shocked by what she discovers. A young woman in labor, already drenched to the bone in the freezing cold and barely able to speak a word of English. Although Jean is the only midwife in the village and for miles around, she's at a loss as to who this woman is or where she's from. Jean can only assume she must be the new wife of the neighbor up the road, Tobias. And when Tobias does indeed arrive at her cabin in search for his wife, Murin, Jean's questions continue to grow. Why has he kept his wife's pregnancy a secret? And why does Murin's open demeanor change completely the moment she's in his presence? Though Jean learned long ago that she should stay out of other people's business, her growing concern and growing feelings for Murin mean she can't simply set her worries aside. But when the answers she finds are more harrowing than she ever could have imagined, she fears she may have endangered herself, Murin, and the baby. Will she be able to put things right and save the woman she loves before it's too late, or will someone have to pay for Jean's actions with their life?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I don't know about that folktale.
Oh, Noelle knows Selkie.
Yeah.
Interesting. I feel like that's like what happened?
We'll have to read it.
We'll have to read and find out.
Yeah, I think by the sounds of it, Noelle seems interested in it. Okay. Oh, we have a mystery thriller.
There we go.
There it is.
I want to read this one so badly. Give it to us.
Okay. Oh, Colleen Hoover had a little blurb on the front of that one. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Who's it by? Geneva Rose. It says Geneva Rose is the queen of twists.
Okay, Colleen.
I guess we will just have to see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just 1 second while we're here at this. Can I? No, I can't turn that up any. Okay. It might be a little bit low. I don't know. Okay. So this one's out April 30th. So it's a little bit of a wait.
Sad.
Yeah. 270 pages. That's not bad. She's short. After their mother passes, 3 estranged siblings reunite to sort out her estate. I hope that's not us. Sorry, Mom. I mean, we're not estranged, so never mind.
No.
It's not. Beth, the oldest, never left home. She stayed with her mom, caring for her until the very end. Nicole, the middle child, has been kept at arm's length due to her ongoing battle with a serious drug addiction. And Michael, the youngest, lives out of state and hasn't been back to their small Wisconsin house or town since their father ran out on them 7 years before. While going through their parents' belongings, the siblings stumble upon a collection of home videos and decide to revisit those happier memories. However, the nostalgia is cut short when one of the VHS tapes reveals a night back in 1999 that none of them have any recollection of. On screen, their father appears covered in blood. What follows is a dead body and a pact between their parents to get rid of it. Before the video abruptly ends, Beth, Nicole, and Michael must now decide whether to leave the past in the past or uncover the dark secret their mother took to her grave. Holy crap.
Okay, but can you actually imagine watching just our at home videos and just seeing that? Crap my pants.
Yeah. Ilsa said, "High bar to pass the queen, Frida."
True.
Yeah. Frida has a lot of really good twists, and we've talked about that a lot. But yeah, I can see this one being really twisty.
Yeah, I want to read that.
Yeah. April 30th.
April 30th.
Add it to your TBR.
Already did.
Oh, you're so swift. Yeah. What did Noelle say? I'd like to try one of those digital. Oh, like an e-reader, like a Kindle. I don't even have my Kindle down here.
Shocking.
Dang. Yeah, they're pretty great, especially if you have like Kindle Unlimited. I find that I did most of my reading when I had my subscription. Yes, Megan, adding to the TBR. Yeah, really good. I'm definitely gonna read it.
Yeah.
It's only 270 pages. Like that's
easy. It's a breeze.
yeah.
Okay, last one. Yep, is Song of the Six Realms. That said, move in a bit closer.
What? Dad said what?
Move in a bit closer.
Where did he say that?
He texted me.
Oh.
Okay. Song of the Six Realms by Judy L. Lynn. This is coming out April 23rd. It has 400 pages, and it's a YA fantasy romance. Heck yes. I'm going to butcher this pronunciation right now. Shui.
Shui?
Yep. Yep. A talented young musician has no past and probably no future. Orphaned at a young age, her kindly poet uncle took her in and arranged for an apprenticeship at one of the most esteemed entertainment houses in the kingdom. She doesn't remember much from before entering the House of Flowing Water, and when her uncle is suddenly killed in a bandit attack, she is devastated to lose her last connection to a life outside of her indenture contract. With no family and no patron, oh my god, there's like Shui, yep. Oh gosh, Shui is facing the possibility of a lifetime of servitude, playing the Shin for nobles that praise her talent with one breath and sneer at her lowly social status with the next. Then one night she is unexpectedly called to the garden to put on a private performance for the enigmatic Duke Ming. The young man is strangely kind and awkward for nobility and surprises Shui further with an irresistible offer. Oh my god. Words. Serve as a musician in residence at his manor for 1 year, and he'll set her free of her indenture. But the Duke's motives become increasingly more suspect when he and Shui barely survive an attack by a nightmarish monster, and when he whisks her away to his estate, she discovers he's not just some country noble. He's the Duke of Dreams, one of the divine rulers of the celestial realm. There she learns the six realms are on the brink of disaster, and incursions by demonic beasts are growing more frequent. The Duke needs Shui's help to unlock memories from her past that could hold the answers to how to stop the impending war. But first, Shui will need to survive being the target of every monster and deity in the six realms.
Man, that is like heavy into the fantasy.
And like the cover
is gorgeous. Yeah, I don't know if... Oh, look at that.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, that is... Is that the same? No, a magic steeped in poison. Oh, way to go.
My bad. My bad.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
But like, what do they call him?
Oh, yeah, I picked up on that too.
The Duke of Dreams.
The Duke of Dreams. It's, I know that, like, we've talked about this too, that, like, almost everything can be compared now to ACOTAR, but
that's different.
I know it's different, but that was the first thing that popped in my head when you said that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. But, anyways.
I'd read it.
Would you? Mm-hmm. Maybe a future featured read.
True.
A future featured read.
It's a romantasy, so...
Yeah, YA. So it's on the younger.
Yeah. We'll see.
I know there's so many good YA novels. Like, me and I dies for a good YA.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I got to be in, like, the right mindset or the right mood for it, I guess.
Yeah. Or even to have, like, another book to, like, balance out the YA.
Yeah, I just feel like I have a hard time connecting with characters in a YA now.
Yeah, I mean...
You did not have to say it like that.
You're not a young adult anymore.
I am now taking applications for a new podcast co-host. You can send them along. Okay. Book news? That was all the releases, right?
That was all the releases.
Does anybody else have any releases for April that they're excited about? Or that has already come out in April? Need those chilies, yes.
We can be all together.
Oh my god, like, don't even talk about, like, all the gray hairs that I got now. It's insane. Yeah, there is quite a bit of delay. I don't know how to get away from the delay. I don't know. But oh, the final installment of Zodiac Academy.
I need to read that.
I was going to include that in my, like, when I was doing up some of the new releases, and I kind of decided against it because I've only read the first 4. I think it was 4, and Rebecca hasn't read any of them. So reading the description to the final might have been a bit of a spoiler.
Yeah.
But yeah. I would like to do an entire, like, podcast, like, additional series. Whether it's Zodiac Academy series or, like, deep dive into ACOTAR series. I want to do, like, a full series at some point. Like, everything that we do for our featured reads are always, like, either standalones or the first of a series.
Yeah, not the full thing.
Yeah, not the full thing. I'd like to do a full series of something. Huh.
I mean, we're almost done ACOTAR. I think that would be our easiest.
Yeah, I think I would need to go back and reread. I think because, I mean, we started ACOTAR, what, last year? As I cough, ACOTAR cough.
Yeah, very beginning of last year.
Yeah, so, like, I think I would need to read it over again to really, I don't know, be able to discuss it good.
Yeah, fair.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, like to go back and, like, annotate it. And, yeah.
Or From Blood and Ash.
She'll agree.
Yeah. No, she wants us to finish the ACOTAR series. Too bad. But
Wait, touched it.
Touched the mic. I touched it. Okay. Book news.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm very excited about this. Kate Stewart just posted on her Instagram.
For those of you who don't know who Kate Stewart is, she's the author of the Ravenhood trilogy, but then she wrote another book that went along with it, so can you even still call it the trilogy?
I don't think so.
Anyways, we love her.
Yeah.
So, okay, carry on.
Okay, so she's working on a book right now from Tyler's perspective called Birds of a Feather, The Secrets of a Night. Oh, God, I can't wait. It's going to be a full-length novel, going to come out in 2025. She teased us with a little synopsis. Did you read this?
Possibly.
Okay.
I don't remember.
I'll read it.
My memory's so bad.
Tyler Carter Jennings is the epitome of an enigma, charged with the task of guarding the Ravenhood as well as every secret of those in the Brotherhood. He keeps all associated burdens, scars, as well as his personal past and heartbreak to himself. The fact that he's a highly trained Marine with nothing to lose makes him one of the most dangerous men on the planet. With years of Raven secrets locked safely inside his impenetrable armor, there's never been a situation he couldn't handle. ... Until her.
I'm looking it up right now.
What is it?
You're probably confusing people who aren't seeing the Facebook
Oh.
chat.
Okay. Apparently, Penelope Douglas released a book today.
How do I even see that? More books.
I don't know.
Sort by. Publication. Okay. Oh. Was it either Five Brothers or Pirate Girls? Which
Five
one?
Brothers?
Pirate Girls was just released April 12th. Five Brothers is... Oh, that's not till July. So yeah, it must be the... So that's book 2 of Hellbent.
The second book to Falls Boys.
Yeah, I haven't read the first one.
Me neither. Why haven't we?
I don't know.
Why haven't we?
Oh, don't read the description on the second one.
Yeah, don't spoil another friggin' book. Oh my god.
Okay, want to read right off the bat. So it's a spin-off of the Fallaway series.
Okay.
Okay. We have to read it. Not book related, but...
Thanks. Elsa just did it today.
She did a little winky face. She totally knows.
Oh, Devil's Night vibes. Okay. Sign me up.
You like that?
Okay.
Oh, I get to... What?
Yeah, I forgot about this.
What?
Read.
I can't read. I got too much. I can't keep up. Okay. What did you get excited over?
This! The Kobo!
That was I'm very excited.
Yes?
Okay.
It's all over my TikTok right now.
Really? So, Kobo is or has or is soon. What is it? It will be releasing its first colored e-reader. But I was looking into it because I am super excited about that because we love colored e-readers, but it uses the same like ink technology as a Kindle. And I guess the other Kobos too, because I think they all have the same like weird screen. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And it's not like perfect, like it's gonna be like a faded look to it, and the DPI, I guess it is, like the quality of it between the grayscale and the color, the quality is going to drop when you go to colored. So it's not going to look great, but this is an excellent first step into colored e-readers.
All I want is just the cover.
Yeah.
To be colored.
Yeah, agreed.
But I don't know if I would actually make the full switch over to a Kobo from my Kindle. Because I've heard that not all books that are on Kindle are available on Kobo.
A lot of artists that are on Kindle Unlimited are only allowed on Kindle Unlimited. So that is where I'm hesitant on switching over to a Kobo because I've read so many books on Kindle Unlimited, like so many of the authors that are only releasing on Kindle Unlimited, that I think I would miss.
Yeah. And
I have heard that the selection on Kobo is not quite as good, but Kobo hooks in with Libby really well, which is like the library, audiobooks, ebooks, I think magazines through it as well. So you can get it directly from Libby through that. But again, there's wait times because you're, borrowing it from the library. But yeah, it's really interesting though that, but again, I don't know if I would be prepared to make a total switch from Kindle to Kobo. But it means that the technology is there, which means Kindle is going to do it soon. Very soon. Because they're not going to want to lose people. So like with the gray scale, it's 330 ppi. And when it's colored, it drops down to 150 ppi. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, did you know that? Let the people know.
April is Poetry Month.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
I thought that was so fitting with all the stuff that you got the other day.
The rupee car.
Rupee car, yeah.
Yeah. My mugs.
Fitting.
Oh, beautiful.
They're so nice. I got my mug, the rupee car mug, that had all of her like book covers on it. It is so pretty. What does it say on the inside? Fall in love with your solitude.
Yeah.
And it is totally squish on it.
And for anybody who knows Stacy, she is low key OCD.
Very low key OCD. Like I'm not.
Like,
you know.
it's not diagnosed. We're self-diagnosing.
Thank you. No, but like I can't drink out of a mug that's eyes looking at this that's totally squish on the side when I know it's supposed to be straight.
Yeah.
Like it makes me angry to see it. But I love how you were like instantly, don't worry about it. You can have mine. Mine's straight.
I don't care about that stuff.
God,
Hello.
love ya. Anyways, so yeah, it's Poetry Month, and I didn't even know that.
That's so sweet. Love poetry.
That's so sweet. What is what? Hold on, there's lots going on in this chat. Oh, I'm glad that you finally caught us live. This is actually our first live, so we're having some technical difficulties, but
you missed the first 10 minutes of trying to figure that out. It's a good thing you missed
7 minutes. It only took 7 minutes to get it figured out, so that's not too bad. Stacey, I guess that's why you both have undiagnosed OCD. We definitely should have. You know what? Before you go home, maybe we should do another like live about poetry that like we've enjoyed and liked.
Yes. I have. Okay, I know people don't like dog earring pages, but I only do it to my poetry books.
Oh, sorry, keep going.
So like rupee cars, milk and honey. Every time that I go through like a life event, so if I move, if I go through a breakup, if I fall in love, if I whatever along my journeys, I reread the whole book and I dog ear new poems that like stand out to me and like make me feel something. Milk and honey is 90%. I know, Elsa. It's 90% dog ear, and I'm so sorry to everybody who hates that.
So Noelle said check out Quincy's Tavern on TikTok. He reads poetry and cosplay. I love his TikTok. I found him when I first joined TikTok and was totally like he was like mixing drinks and he was just like talking to you. And he was so calming and he was all dressed up like D&D and I was just like I am here for this. And now apparently he's doing poetry and cosplay.
I'm obsessed with that.
Okay, yeah, I've got to get back on the Quincy's Tavern TikTok side.
I don't even know who that is.
I'll show you after. Okay. He's pretty great. He makes her cry. Oh my god, Andrea Gibson, she holds such a special place in my heart. I think I should be proper and
just say they.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. There's a movie adaptation of Turtles All the Way Down by John Green.
Yes. Speaking of OCD.
May 2nd.
Yep.
I love John Green.
Max, right?
Yep, Max. So John Green, The Fault in Our Stars, was the first book that I read. And that was 2014. I remember working at the museum in Botwood.
Up there.
And it made me bawl. And I was like, I love reading. And I literally had to stop and like, because I couldn't see the...
I remember... because I hadn't read it at that point, but I watched the movie and I was like raving to you about how like heartbreaking this movie was, and you were just like absolutely disgusted in it.
I couldn't watch the movie. I started it and I was like, no.
And I loved the movie.
God.
But again, I watched it before I read it, so that. Yeah, but John Green is a great author. The movie was heartbreaking, absolutely heartbreaking. But
yeah, I remember Looking for Alaska was also really good. I never read Paper Towns.
It's not bad. It's not one of one of my favorites by no means, but yeah. Oh, do I get to? Oh, this only just happened today. So I opened up my Instagram, and first thing, looking at my screen, I'm face and eyes with Rebecca Yarros, and she's speaking to me. And she's talking about this new book, new contemporary romance that she's releasing that I had no idea about. And that they released a cover to it. Oh, this isn't even the right... I've seen Rebecca Yarros, and I thought that this... Anyways, I'll still... Anyways, Variation is what it's called. And it's so pretty. Yeah, it's really pretty. So, in Variation, a celebrated ballerina named Allie suffers a career-ending injury while figuring out what to do with her life without dance. She also has to deal with the fallout from long-buried family secrets and a very complex relationship with her ailing mother. Then, the daughter her late sister gave up for adoption years ago shows up on her doorstep, and her niece also brings Allie's own first love, Hudson, back into the picture. So I'm going to do, like, and just show you guys the cover to that again, because, oh, it's so pretty, and you can't even see it past all the scratches in my screens. No. I desperately need a new phone. Anyways.
That is beautiful.
But, so, the first book that I read by Rebecca Yarros, and anybody who's listened to the podcast knows that, I started with Fourth Wing. That was the first book by Rebecca Yarros that I read. And after reading Fourth Wing and putting it into my app that keeps track of all the books that I have in my little library, I noticed that I had a Rebecca Yarros book already. And so I went on a bit of a, like, dive and read a bunch more of her books. And her contemporary romance books, I find, were... Okay, so
pause. Our recording for our episode just stopped. When did it stop?
I don't know, like 42 minutes? So it's only like 10 minutes or so. We can fix that. That's no big deal. Anyways, thank you for noticing that, though.
I was like, why is it not moving anymore?
Oh. Hold on a second. Sorry, guys.
The last time that this happened, we recorded a full episode last year and realized that we weren't recording. And it was like 10 o'clock at night, and we had to re-record the entire episode all over again.
We literally just sat there laughing. We couldn't do anything but laugh and cry that we lost an entire episode. Anyways, it's not that bad tonight. It's only going to be like 10 minutes, but...
Yay.
Yeah, I think I might have unplugged the... Yeah, because the cord is strung across my lap. Anyways, yeah, so Rebecca Yarros' contemporary romance. So I know a lot of people who read Fourth Wing. They kind of felt like her writing was not very polished. Like, it seemed like it was... now, I didn't feel that way, but I know that a lot of people did. That her writing just wasn't mature, I guess. But if you are interested in contemporary romance, I do find that her novels, like The Last Letter, that one is written really well, and it's really heartbreaking. So if you are interested and don't want to go into, like, her fantasy side, her contemporary romance is just, like, rip your heart out, gut-wrenching. So, I will say that.
I thought Fourth Wing was great.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Oh,
but, like, that's coming from us who aren't, like, high fantasy
fair.
girlies.
Yeah.
We're, yeah, kind of the dumbed down a little.
That's fine with me.
But yeah, the other Rebecca Yarros news that we had was just that her, where was it to? Just that she announced the title of her third book in the Empyrean series, speaking of, which is Onyx Storm. Onyx Storm. I had a rough go with Fourth Wing, but I'm going to give it another go. My friends loved it. Yeah.
Really good.
Again, like I said, like, a lot of people, there were some that didn't like it, some that do. Bad coffee that day.
Yes.
Just make sure you have a really good coffee and then give it another try. think there might be some more news.
Oh, and available for pre-order.
What is?
Oh, speaking... I gotta
Yeah.
go back a couple things here.
I have 2 pre-ordered.
You have 2? Why?
2 Onyx Storm.
Oh.
Because I want to make sure that I 100% got it. So I kept my Indigo pre-order for Onyx Storm, and I'm keeping my Amazon order for... Don't look at me like you're surprised, because I already told you this. You just forgot. And I'm keeping my Amazon one. Now, a lot of people, when Fourth Wing came out, their Amazon orders got canceled. So I wanted to make sure that I had a backup just in case. So if
Smart.
2 both still work and I get 2, one's going to be your Christmas gift.
Thanks.
Just a
Okay.
little delayed. Yeah, but if only one comes as mine, I'm sorry. I love
that's
you,
fine.
but...
But not that much, I guess. It's fine.
Yeah.
What is this? Indie fantasy sale currently on the go. Self-published fantasy blog off.
Wow, you're so good at
What
at
is
this.
it?
Yeah, so I wasn't aware of this until last night when Chris told me about it, but the SPFBO. Okay, so that's the self-published fantasy blog off. So it's like a competition between like indie authors, and there is this like huge indie fantasy sale. So for anybody who is into fantasy, we will post the link in our story after the live if you wanted to go to it. But they have like hundreds of ebooks, fantasy, on for like 99 cents. Some are free. And some look really, really good. So if you wanted to just Google it before we put up the link, that's fine. But it's SPFBO. So it's a self-published fantasy blog off. Yeah, there's quite a few. I'm probably going to end up buying the works of them and spending $100 on ebooks.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, but they all look so, so good. I think that was all I could like come up with for news in April. I don't know if anybody else has heard anything. Some like juicy.
I feel like I've seen more things this month, and now
Yeah.
it's just...
I know, we need to get into the habit of writing things down as we come across it.
Yeah.
I know Emily McIntyre had a live recently. She called us out on. That was so exciting. She said that she would be up for an interview, depending on if it worked around her chemo date. So we will be attempting that.
Yep.
So she wrote the Hooked is the first. It's like the Never After series. It's like, it's not, she doesn't say that they're retellings, but they're like dark dark like fairy tale, technically retellings, but they're like crazy, like in modern world, that sort of thing. And she does have her last one coming out of that series, but she hasn't told us yet what it's going to be about. A lot of people are thinking either Hercules or The Little Mermaid. I know we touched on this like the last episode, but
I think The Little Mermaid would be pretty cool.
I think so, yeah. Right, oh my god, she's such a sweetheart. I absolutely love, like, I just go into her lives just because she's so funny. Like, she's so sweet and so cute, and I just want to, like, I love her.
Okay.
Oh, is this our currently reading?
Yes.
Are we talking about it?
What are you currently reading?
Oh, okay, so...
I love this part.
Do you already have yours up? You can go ahead and start.
Okay. Okay. So, this was a new release last month. Older by Jennifer Hartman.
This month. It only just came out. Oh.
So, Older by Jennifer Hartman. It's a contemporary romance, coming of age. It's a slow burn, forbidden romance, age gap, all of the deliciousness. Synopsis. Before he discovered my age, he uncovered my heart. Bruised and abused and victim to a loveless household, I shimmered with new life when the moment he found me drowning my sorrows in a lake beneath the stars. A chance encounter, an unspoken connection. I was smitten, he was curious, but, as everyone knew, fate could be decidedly cruel. He called me Haley, like the comet. I called him Reed, And my best friend, well, she called him Dad. Okay. Warning, though, there are, like, check the triggers.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of abuse, and, like, it's not kind of, like, fade to black. It's, like...
On page.
It's on page.
Yeah.
Kind of took me by surprise. Like, I've never been abused, but I was like, oh my god, this is, like... That's rough. So I can only imagine somebody who's actually been abused and went through that, and then having to read that would be a lot. I read it. I'm reading it on my Kindle. So with the Kindle, when you start it, it goes right to page 1, right? So like chapter 1.
Right. It skips over the dedication and the page with the trigger warning and stuff like that. Yeah.
I went back 1 page. I don't know if I didn't notice any trigger warnings. I'm pretty sure it was just the dedication. So maybe I didn't go back far enough. Mm-hmm. But either way, check the triggers.
She's a doozy.
Yeah.
Yeah. She wrote An Optimist's Guide to Heartbreak, that series that we had for our book club, I believe, Elsa, right? Yeah. And again, like, that book too was just heart-wrenching. Like, she is so good at writing and just grasping you. And I can imagine that this book is just like that plus more. It
doesn't last for very long though, so like even with it saying that it's a slow burn, you get a little taste at 7%.
7%.
7%.
Yeah, it's the same author, which is great because I really want to read it.
It is really good so far. I'm at like 28%.
Okay.
Question mark. Around there.
Around there.
Really good so far. So like the abuse only happens for the first like chapter, I want to say. So it's not very much at all. But it's still there. Yeah.
I tried so hard to get the arc for that one. I signed up for it and I was like borderline ready to harass Jennifer's PR team because I wanted it so bad. But yeah, we're too small cookies, I think, for them. But anyways, so I'm reading like 3 different books right now, but the one that I'm closest to finishing is a Rebecca Yarros book. The Things We Leave Unfinished, and it's a romance and historical fiction. So it's delicious. Yes, it's like a dual timeline and dual POV, and I'm listening to the audio for this one, and it is done really well. I really, really think it's well. It's like 2 different voice actors, so it's like, and I don't know who the voice actors are because I don't pay attention to that. But yeah, so 28-year-old Georgia, I think she calls her Georgia. Anyways, 28-year-old Georgia Stanton has to start over after she gave up almost everything in a brutal divorce: the New York house, the friends, and her pride. Now, back home at her late great-grandmother's estate in Colorado, she finds herself face-to-face with Noah Harrison, the best-selling author of 1 million books, where the cover is always people nearly kissing. He's just as arrogant in person as in interviews, and she'll be damned if the good-looking writer of love stories thinks he's the one to finish her grandmother's final novel, even if the publisher swears he's the perfect fit. Noah is at the pinnacle of his career. With book and movie deals galore, there isn't much the golden boy of modern fiction hasn't accomplished, but he can't walk away from what might be the best book of the century, the one his idol, Scarlett Stanton, left unfinished. Coming up with a fitting ending for the legendary author is one thing, but dealing with her beautiful, stubborn, cynical great-granddaughter, Georgia, is quite another. But as they read Scarlett's words in both the manuscript and her box of letters, they start to realize why Scarlett never finished the book. It's based on her real-life romance with a World War II pilot, and the ending isn't a happy one. Georgia knows all too well that love never works out, and while the chemistry and connection between her and Noah is undeniable, she's as determined as ever to learn from her great-grandmother's mistakes, even if it means destroying Noah's career. I have about 40 minutes left to the audiobook. So I'm right at that like very end.
Yeah.
The very end of it, and yeah.
Is it a standalone?
Yes, yeah, it's not a series. So it goes back and forth between Georgia and Noah, and Scarlet and the pilot.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, and like they read her letters, but also like the manuscript and stuff, and so it's like some chapters are back in that time, and yeah, it's written so well. I just love it so much. But there are, of course, some bits and pieces that I want to pick at, and like things that didn't need to happen, even plot wise. I feel like it didn't really need to happen, but I try not to think that hard for these books I'm reading.
We're just escaping here.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna be close to probably another 5-star, which may end up being the author I have the most 5-star reviews for.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't even remember the last 5-star that I gave.
I've been giving them like candy lately. I don't want to be stingy anymore.
I can't help it. I can't help it.
I don't know.
Really
I just
can't.
When I finish a book and I feel like giddy, or like I just want to kick my feet and like squeal, which side note, I don't actually do.
You don't actually do that.
In my head, I do it, but yeah, I can't help but rate it based on how I feel. Not necessarily like now. Okay, arcs is a whole different story. Those I'm actually like critical and actually reviewing them. But as for the ones I'm reading just for pure entertainment, yeah, you get a 5-star. You get a 5-star.
I wish I could.
You can. There's literally nothing stopping you.
My brain. My brain is what stops me. I just...
That's fair. What else are you reading?
Okay.
You're hauling something out of a bag.
So,
what?
Do you remember how excited I was about... Okay. Side note. Let me give a little story here. I watched Mr. Miller's Girl, the movie. Loved it. Loved it. That would be a very good book. I want to read it. Age gap.
Big age gap, isn't it?
Big age gap. Is that... Yeah. No, they're in university, so it's fine.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. But still, a big age gap. So anyway, I ate it right up. And I find when I watch things or read things that I really like, I will... Like, that becomes part of my personality. Can't help it. So, Henry Miller, Under the Roofs of Paris, was her favorite book in the movie. Obviously, as soon as I got, finished watching it, I ordered it. Naturally. So, it's a 1941 erotica literature. I was like, yes. This is right up my alley. Didn't realize... Yeah.
Didn't realize what?
It's like... I don't want to read it, because the first thing I seen was Cradle Snatcher. I've never seen myself as a cradle snatcher, those men you watch being hustled away in the public parks, always a bit shabby, a little shaky on their pins, explaining that the child had dust on her dress and they were brushing it off. But now, I must admit that Marcelle, with her hairless little body, is exciting me. It's not because she's a child, it's because she's a child with no innocence. Look into her eyes and you see the monster of knowledge, the shadow of wisdom. She lies across my legs and squeezes her... It talks about her being... I literally read one page. She's 13 years old.
Oh. Is it all like that?
Yeah. I see a lot of words, that I don't want to associate with a 13-year-old. So I literally read the first page and immediately... I'm not kidding.
You bought a book so you didn't read, like, any...
No, I never do. You know this. I buy every single book without reading anything on it.
So what did we learn? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
No, we have not. No. But the fact that this was written in 1941 is completely different than today's books. So in the movie, it talks about this being, like, they're not allowed to teach this in schools.
Yeah.
Because of that. But me being me, I was like, add to cart.
So
anyway,
we've actually found something that...
Yeah, is too taboo.
Oh my lord. So what are you going to do with that now?
I took a picture on my Snapchat and I put it up on my story. And after I read the first page, I immediately went to my story and deleted it. I was like, no, that did not actually happen.
Mistakes were made.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do with it?
No, donate it.
Because, like, you can't have something like that on your bookshelf.
No, I'm going to donate it.
Because, like, you invite somebody over and they see that on your shelf and they think, like...
Yeah. If it's someone who's, like, old enough to, like, know.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're going to be like, where's the door?
I'm going to bounce.
So, this was going to be my other read.
Yeah, it ain't now. Jeez.
No. Anyway, heads up. No one read it. Leave it back in 1941 where it belongs.
I don't even think it belongs back there.
No. Anyway, so my next read is actually the featured read. So if you want to talk about your next one, and then we can talk about the featured read after.
Yeah. So I am reading our book club book, which is the Final Girl Support Group. And that's so April is horror month. Horror, right? Yes, it's horror. We all voted on the genre, and then we vote on books that we all suggest based on that genre. And so the Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrick, that's what won. But I don't feel like it's horror. I don't know. I don't know if I'm not far enough into it. I'm like 70-something%. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
That is far enough into it.
I think, like, it's being listed as horror because it's about, like, final girls from, like, horror movies. Like, slasher films and stuff. Right? Okay. I'll read it the description. In horror movies, the final girls are the ones left standing when the credits roll. They made it through the worst night of their lives, but what happens after? Just like a little blurb that I don't really need to read. So Lynette Tarkington is a real-life final girl who survived a massacre. For more than a decade, she's been meeting with 5 other final girls and a therapist in a support group for those who survived the unthinkable, working to put their lives back together. Then one woman misses a meeting, and their worst fears are realized. Someone knows about the group and is determined to rip their lives apart again, piece by piece. But the thing about Final Girls is that no matter how bad the odds, how dark the night, how sharp the knife, they will never ever give up. So, I don't know if I like it.
Oh dear.
Like, okay, I'm all, like, I like horror movies. I like slasher films. I'm, totally cool with all that. But there's so many references in this book to actual, like Jason and, like whoever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's almost to the point where I feel like it's cringy. Right?
It's done too much?
It's done, yeah. And I literally died, Ilsa, when... So, the guy in the novel that is, like, based off of Jason, his name is Teddy. And I friggin', like, died laughing in a message. She said that Jason didn't walk so Teddy could run. And I loved that. But, yeah, the book itself, I don't know, I'm just not feeling it, I guess. I'm 70% through and it's literally taken me the entire month to read it. There are some, like, pretty big twists and turns in it, which is great. I mean, that's kept me entertained. I am interested in it enough to read it and finish it, and, you know. But, I don't know. It's not what I was expecting, I think. I was expecting it to be more on the edge of my seat, like, oh my god, what's gonna happen, right? But I don't get it.
Is it even a thriller?
Yeah, it is. It's definitely more thriller than horror. I don't think I would classify this as horror.
I'm curious, like, because I've never read anything that is genred horror.
Those 2.5. Take your pick.
Like, I read Stephen King.
Mm-hmm. Do I have it there?
No.
Oh.
Stephen King Misery.
Oh, yeah.
That I wouldn't say horror, I'd say thriller.
Yeah.
But
who was it that said, is it Elsa? Was it Chris? Was it you? That said along the lines of not knowing how you could really write a horror.
No, not me.
No, I don't mean like you as a person. How can you write a horror? Like that sort of thing. No, like, I think it was Chris that said it. That he didn't understand, like, he doesn't think that a horror book can be scary, basically. Right? Like, he doesn't see how a book can be scary and be listed as a horror. But, I mean, I don't know. It wasn't Elsa. I don't know. I think you can definitely get scared. I mean, I keep going back to Verity. That point. Okay, I got scared.
Tell him to read the scene with the steps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, again, I mean, that is so on the low end of the horror scale. Like, there's so many other books out there that are actually, like, heart-pounding, terrifying, like, palm sweating.
And not Colleen Hoover.
Arms are heavy. It's not an episode until I reference a song at some point. But yeah.
Oh, God.
I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, Ilsa finished it, right? I think she finished it. And she said that it's definitely thriller. If you're a good writer and you can use your words to paint a scene, it's going to be scary.
Touché.
You are right, Noelle.
Touché. Okay. So, our featured read for the month is Bridgerton, The Duke and I.
I haven't started it yet.
Honestly, it is scene for scene just like the show.
Oh, okay.
Which I wish I read the books first and then experienced the show. Because how satisfying would that have been?
Oh, because we never get stuff that's, like, identical to books. And we always complain about it.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, this would have been a good one to read
like
first.
Definitely would have fallen in love with that book, and then being able to see it, oh god, I wish. Anyway, Bridgerton by Julia Quinn is a historical romance. I'm just going to read out the synopsis for anybody who doesn't know what the Bridgerton is about. In Regency London's high society, strict rules govern behavior, especially among aristocrats. Daphne Bridgerton, known for her honesty and charm, struggles to conform to societal expectations of marriageability. Simon Basset, the aloof Duke of Hastings, seeks to avoid marriage and society due to his painful past. When they concoct a fake courtship to achieve their goals, they find themselves entangled in a world where love defies all conventions.
Oh, that is so smart.
So smart. Ugh.
Okay, so can you
Dang
read
it.
them out of order? Like, could we jump ahead and read? Jump ahead. Isn't Colin's book maybe the second one? Dad's seen
No,
it.
Colin's book is the third, well, I think it's fourth because this season
What is
now
second?
is Antony's.
No, I think that one was.
No.
I don't think it went in order for the show. At some point, they changed up the order. I know that.
Okay.
I'm just gonna look it up.
Okay.
I'm probably wrong. I'll have myself convinced that I'm right though.
So like, literally word for word, like it's actually, and I love it though, because now it's like, I'm picturing Daphne and Simon.
Mm-hmm.
And I can like hear their banter. Oh my gosh. And like knowing what's coming, I'm so excited.
I think you're right.
I don't know if anybody heard that, but she said...
I didn't say it. I think it's fourth because they skipped Benedict. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yes. Why did they skip Benedict? I guess maybe just story-wise in the seasons of the show, maybe? Are they going to go back and do Benedict?
Who knows?
I just want to watch it all again.
Yeah, I started rewatching it, but only season 2. Because I love Antony's.
That's such a good season.
Mm.
But even, like, the Queen Charlotte show that they did
oh my god, that was amazing.
I will never recover from that. Ever. Like, the speech that she gives is just, like, I could get goosebumps just thinking about it.
Amazing.
Oh.
Yeah. Amazing. But it's, like, I like how the main difference between the show and the book is, like, you're getting more of their internal dialogue. Well, I mean, it's not even really... I mean, it is kind of considered internal dialogue, because it's third person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, point of view.
Yeah.
So, they're describing, like, the character's thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that you're missing out on in the movie. Or the show. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah, but love it. Love it. I'm about 30% on that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to listen to the audiobook for that one, so I'm going to be able to finish that in probably a day or two.
Yeah.
But
I think the audiobook, I think I would have preferred it, because I'm not very literate. Yeah, so it's like, obviously, you know what the speech is like.
Yeah. And
then me trying to read that. And then plus from third person, I struggle with third person.
Yeah, I was struggling reading third person for a little while, but I, at some point, and I don't know what book it was, switched. And now I've noticed that I've read, like, a bunch of books in third person, and it hasn't been bothering me at all.
Interesting.
But also now, like, honest to God, like, I don't know if I can tell you what point of view, or what, like, first person, third person, second person, the books that I'm reading is anymore, because I'm just taking it in and just not even paying attention to it anymore.
You just switch over automatically.
It just automatically switches over now. I was reading so many first person books that when I did read a third person, it was just like, oh, this looks foreign in my hands. Like, it's just, it doesn't compute at all. But now I don't even, it's just automatically switches in my head. What?
No, I was just going to ask if Freed McFadden was third person, but it's not. Because it bounces back and forth. Anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've read a lot more third person point of views lately too, but it's still like...
It still feels weird.
Yeah, it's like, still like a little bit slower with the gears turning in my head. But that's
interesting.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
We're going to have to do a separate Instagram live at some point to make up for...
Yeah.
Because that is our biggest platform, is Instagram. We've got, like, almost 1,200, 11 something, I think, followers, and we just let everybody down. But oh well.
Psych. No live for you.
No, we'll have to make up for it. But anyways.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, it was a blast. I can't wait for all the extra editing now.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Yes, we'll try to do it again soon, and yeah, and have you guys join in again. That'd be great.
Mm-hmm.